a young princess forced into a marriage, betrayed by her own family, and thrown into a dark pit to be eaten alive by a dragon. But what they didn't expect was that she'd fight back. And when she does, the entire kingdom burns. Long ago, the first king of Aria made a bold move. He led his army to attack a fierce dragon living in his land, but the dragon was too powerful. The king's soldiers were slaughtered. Alone and terrified, the king faced the beast's fury. No one returned from that battle. Centuries later, peace in Aria came at a hidden cost. Elodie, a spirited young girl, lived in a distant kingdom in the freezing north. Her father, Lord Bayford, ruled over a land battered by brutal winters. The people were starving, their food stores empty. Survival through the next summer was impossible without help. A royal proposal arrived from Queen Isabel of Aria. She offered Elodie's hand to Prince Henry. King Roderick sent ships loaded with gold. Lord Bayford urged Elodie to accept. It was their only hope. For her people's sake, she agreed. Her little sister Floria clung to her. Together with Lord and Lady Bayford, they sailed to Aria. Elodie, clever and resourceful, was known for her skill in building mazes, a talent that would soon mean everything. When they reached Aria, its wealth overwhelmed them. Golden halls, towering statues, and dazzling jewels filled the land. That night, Elodie spotted a strange fire atop a nearby mountain. A small flame flickered against the dark sky. Elodie met Prince Henry. They barely spoke. Both seemed distant, but slowly a shared dream of adventure began to connect them. Meanwhile, Lord Bayford met privately with Queen Isabel. She promised him gold beyond imagining. Yet when he returned, a shadow haunted his face. Lady Bayford noticed his unease. Tension filled the palace. Lady Bayford tried to befriend Queen Isabel, but was cruelly insulted. Isabel mocked her bloodline, calling her the daughter of a rope maker. This marriage wasn't love, it was business. Isabel couldn't even remember Elodie's name, calling her Eloise. Lady Bayford begged Elodie to leave, but it was already too late. The next day, a grand wedding unfolded. Elodie wore a gown of shimmering silk, yet dread lingered in her heart. After the vows, the royal family led them to a ritual high in the mountains. Queen Isabel spoke of the dragon that once terrorized Aria. She claimed the king fought bravely, but the dragon was too savage. The only way to save the land was through sacrifice. The first king gave up his 3 daughters. Since then, every generation honored the blood pact. Elodie felt her skin crawl. During the ceremony, her hand was cut and joined with Henry's. Their blood mingled. Then, as they crossed a narrow path over a deep chasm, Henry betrayed her. Without a word, he threw Elodie into the darkness below. Elodie woke in agony at the bottom of the pit. Her legs scorched. Pain seared through her body. Reality crashed down on her. She was the sacrifice. Her screams echoed off stone walls, waking something ancient. The dragon's roar shook the cavern. Elodie's eyes darted to scattered jewels around her, jewelry from others, long dead. She wasn't the first. The dragon spoke, mistaking her for an Aryan princess. The blood ceremony had masked her true scent. Elodie barely escaped the beast's flames. Deep inside, she found glowing slugs and gathered them for light. In a hidden chamber, she saw names carved into the stone, names of victims before her. Beatrice, Victoria, Artemis, dozens more. A map etched on the wall showed a possible way out. She collapsed, exhausted, as the healing slugs soothed her wounds. When she awoke, Elodie followed the map. The tunnels were endless. Hope flickered as she moved deeper. But the path ended at a sheer cliff, a dead end. Despair set in. Escape seemed impossible. Then she found the remains of dead dragon hatchlings. The awful truth surfaced. Centuries ago, the first king killed the dragon's young. In fury, the dragon attacked. The king begged for mercy and promised a blood sacrifice. 3 royal daughters every generation. Soon, a rescue party arrived. Lord Bayford led them. He confessed his betrayal. He traded Elodie's life for gold. He couldn't bear the guilt. The dragon struck, killing the rescuers. In the chaos, Elodie fled. She took a horse and hid beneath a rocky ledge. The dragon's fire rained down, but she survived. Back at the palace, the rising smoke revealed Elodie's escape. Queen Isabel panicked. She ordered Floria seized as the next sacrifice. Lady Bayford, horrified, rushed to find Elodie. She told her everything. Elodie, refusing to lose her sister, raced back to the cursed mountain. Floria waited, terrified, left as bait. Elodie created a diversion, drawing the dragon's attention. She reached Floria and told her to hide. Alone, she faced the dragon once more. She pleaded for peace. She told the dragon the truth. The Orions lied. The first king attacked unprovoked. But the dragon, blinded by grief, didn't believe her. The dragon unleashed its fury. Fire chased Elodie through the cavern. But she was clever. She lured the dragon toward a massive rock wall. At the perfect moment, the dragon's fire reflected back, burning itself. As it writhed in pain, Elodie spoke. She begged for an end to the bloodshed. For centuries, innocent girls died. Both dragon and humans had suffered enough. She used the glowing slugs to heal their wounds. Slowly, the dragon's anger softened. For the first time, trust replaced hatred. A fragile bond was formed between them. Elodie raced back to Aurea. Another wedding was already in motion. Another girl, moments from death. Elodie burst into the palace, exposing the truth. She told the guests about the sacrifices, the lies, and the dragon's grief. She begged them to flee. Moments later, the dragon attacked. Fire swept through the halls. Queen Isabel, Prince Henry, and the corrupt nobles perished in the flames. Their evil rule ended in fire and ash. Days later, Elodie, Floria, and Lady Bayford sailed home. Their ship was filled with supplies, and overhead the dragon flew. Not as a monster, but as a guardian,